Welcome back, everyone. The chair of the Williamson County Republican Party is responding today over concerns about long lines, court actions, and confusion that many voters experienced on Election Day. Some had a tough time figuring out where they could go vote on Tuesday, since people could not cast their ballot at just any location across the county. The local Republican Party there pushed for this change for reasons that include election integrity and ballot secrecy. But Chair Michelle Evans today blamed local Democrats for those problems. This is part of her statement that she sent us, and she said this, quote, "The Williamson County Democrats threw every barrier in our way to ensure that Republican voters would be disadvantaged by refusing to share polling locations, misrouting voters, and blaming Republicans for the lack of Democrat polling sites." Now, we are working to get a response from the Williamson County Democratic Party, so stay with us for that. But right now, we want to explain more about what happened there and the impacts of that with Eric Opiela. He is an election law expert who represents Williamson County. And Eric, we appreciate you joining us here. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Will.
So I want to just first talk about and explain why voting solely on Election Day there in Williamson County changed to specific precincts.
Sure. Section 43007 of the Election Code says that when political parties do not agree on polling locations, we can't have countywide voting in the county like we've had for other elections. And the primary, unlike a general election, is run by the political parties, not by the Williamson County Elections Office. And so on Election Day, we went back to precinct level voting.
Okay, thank you for clarifying all that, because I think that's been a big point of maybe confusion for some people out there. But also I want to talk to you about something else that happened last night. A judge did step in at one point and ordered for 2 polling locations there in Georgetown to stay open until 10 o'clock. However, that was stayed by the Supreme Court of Texas. So what happened with that, and how does that then affect votes cast yesterday after that 7 p.m. deadline?
Sure, this all happened right in the minutes before the polls closed the first time at 7 o'clock p.m. A lawsuit was filed by the Texas Civil Rights Project to try to keep the polls open until 10 o'clock p.m. for both the Republicans and the Democrats at Georgetown Annex and North Star Georgetown, 2 polling places that had lines of 150 to 200 people standing in line at 7 o'clock. Now, the law already says that anyone who stands in line at 7 o'clock is entitled to vote a regular ballot. So they weren't at issue in this litigation that happened at the last minute.
And there was a marker given to where that line ended, essentially.
That's right. Election workers are required by law to place someone at the end of the line so that they know who is entitled to vote a regular ballot. And then if the polls are extended, then those people vote provisional ballots. These are ballots that are set aside and held and not counted until the courts can work this out.
Okay, and so what happens to those ballots that were cast after that 7 p.m. deadline?
Sure. Since the Supreme Court has stayed Judge Betsy Lambett's order extending the polling hours to 10 o'clock p.m., those votes cannot be counted until we are told by the Supreme Court whether or not we can count them or not.
And is there any expectation about when that decision might come?
That decision has to be made prior to Monday. Monday is when we finalize all the late ballot board results, all the provisional ballots for any reason, whether you forgot your ID or you voted the wrong place or you had extended polling hours. All of that has to be resolved by 5 o'clock on Monday.
Okay, so that's good to know for people out there as well. So many viewers yesterday reached out to us through our Report It function here at KXAN talking about the complications they experienced getting sent to multiple precincts to go vote and even long lines. And they said that they're worried about what might happen during the November general election a few months down the road. So are you hearing those same concerns, and what do you say to them in response?
Sure. Voters shouldn't be concerned about the November election. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming for the November election because the November election, unlike the primaries on Election Day, is run by Williamson County Elections, and the Commissioner's Court has decided that we have countywide voting in the November election. And so we'll be back just like any other election that we've had before for the last about decade in Williamson County.
And just to reiterate for people out there, come November, voters will be able to, in Williamson County, choose whichever polling site they want to cast their ballot.
That's correct, and you can still do that even during the primary runoff if you vote early. Across the state, we have countywide voting during early voting for even the primary elections.
So the runoff that's coming up with the primary, that will also be this precinct situation?
It will.
Okay, so that's also good to know for people out there as well.
Vote early.
All right, that's a good piece of advice for sure. But Eric, thank you again for joining us and for giving us this time to provide some context for people out there.
You're welcome. We had 33,000 people vote yesterday, a record turnout in Williamson County. and we're really excited about what that holds for the future.
Amazing. All right. Thank you again.
You're welcome.